I need to build this deck back up. I love Red Eyes cards. I really need to build this bitch back up. Why? Oh, there's nothing to dismantle. That's why. I'll do solo stuff for now. Get back in the groove. Oh. I don't care if anybody joins. I'm having fun. I don't care if people join the stream or not. A few years had passed since that nightmare of a tragedy. When Oram woke, he found out that the girl and her brother were no longer with him. Was Ivy really gone now for good? The loss of this girl had its grip over Oram's heart like an unbreakable vice. I couldn't protect Ivy. If only I were stronger, than her death could have been avoided. The battle left a chasm in Oram's heart. Now that Ivy was gone, Oram had tasted for the first time just how terrifying a battle could be, and how devastating losing someone you treasured could be. He didn't have the heart to go on with this journey, not for now. However, there was still one thing on his mind that bothered him. It was Ningirsu. Even now, Oram still had no idea where he had gone. No doubt the spirit had taken him. Now that his beloved sister was no more, and when Oram thought about how Ningirsu must be feeling right now, his heart became fraught with immovable weight. But that was exactly why Oram had to go after Shadow of the Friend. And so the swordsman resumed his journey with Mduk. It was when panic was beginning to settle in Oram's mind. Was it coincidence, or did the mech knight that dwelled within him lead him to it? He stumbled across a dormant crawler. It occurred to Oram that this might lead to a clue he could try and restore it and see if communication systems still worked. We're getting story time, boys! Rome succeeded in restoring the crawler and gained access to his communication system along with a number of records that detailed areas in which the swarms were active and data on the locations where many crawlers had been destroyed. Perhaps there was still some life left in those areas, and if there was, maybe they would know where Ningirsu had gone. Armed with a new clue, Arm set off to the areas he had gleaned from the records. However, as useful as the information was, and unfortunately didn't make Orum's expedition any easier. There was nary a sign of life to be spotted anywhere, and the journey was looking like it could end in vain. Nature, uncaring and unrelenting, continued to batter the two mercilessly. But at that time, at last, a glimmer of hope. At the end of the Otterus Tunnel, Orum and Mduk had stumbled across the remaining tribes of the planet. That of the Fury, the Fiery Recluses, the Stalwart Feast, and the sacred lakeside trees. Although this encounter brought no clues as to Girisu's whereabouts, Orim and Imdok were blessed with the legends and knowledge of the tribes. And by linking them together, Orim was able to unlock the great power of the world and witness the tremendous power that slumbered in its depths. It made him think of the world child's powers that were bestowed to him. But this was greater, far greater, hiding unbeknownst to the dwellers of the planet. Was this what Lee had sought, Orim's thoughts? I'm reading all of these. That's a pretty interesting story. What were the more secrets dwell beneath it? What were the more secrets dwell beneath the surface? One of them was the rebirth records inscribed with the history of the planet, chronicles from generations long forgotten, and the other bygone memories of the planet's glorious age where humans ruled from the apex. Long, long ago, there was a god who ruled the skies. With dragonkind as his disciples, it perpetuated the cycles of destruction and rebirth to maintain the balance of the realms. However, the scale of destruction grew bigger each time, and one day, the balance of the two was thrown into a great disarray. Once the delicate balance toppled, even the sacred skies did not hold back the destruction it brought. The god decided that it could no longer oversee the skies by itself. With its powers of creation, it brought forth layers and layers of the toughest earth and sealed the powers of destruction within. With nowhere to go, the powers raged until it boiled and scorched the very earth, morphing it. The torrent of power rushed through the land and merged with the powers of creation, leaking out onto the surface. It became a small manifestation of cycle, death, and rebirth, and gave life to the land. The last of its strength, the god then turned itself into a key, and trusted to the life blooming on this planet before vanishing. In the years following its disappearance, the powers of destruction re-emerged on the surface many times. However, every time it did, the life on the planet used the key, and with the help of dragonkind, pushed it back to whence it came. Over time, the key became known as the Word, and the power of destruction as the Great Darkness. Thus, the great legend of the world hero was born. Starlight hero, your sword swathed in light, may your triumph over the great darkness. I actually like this. This is actually a pretty interesting story for this. Decades, centuries, maybe millennia passed since the beginnings of the rebirth records. The land was now populated with life known as humanity. They were a civilization that gained scientific knowledge and technological know-how and were at the height of their prosperity. Their glory came at a cost, for it not only tore the planet's gifts away from it, but also the dragons who protected it. The gods and dragons that once wore had faded into obscurity as mere tales. And it was during the time that, as the key was excavated and uncovered, the humans were exhilarated by such a legendary and mystical find. Although others came to gradually acknowledge, some expressed worries and doubts at the discovery. What did it mean for the key to have resurfaced in this time? Was this an omen, warning them of an inevitable battle between the world here and the great darkness, like the legend said? Now that they can see the key existed in its sword form, did this not also mean that the powers of destruction were indeed sealed deep within the planet's crust? Humanity began to assemble their finest to analyze the key. Then the team that had formed. There was a scientist who has shown her talent in all fields of medicine, astronomy, and archaeology. Her name was Lee. Lee was known all over the world as the foremost authority on computer science. The analysis was able to proceed smoothly, thanks to her involvement, and not long after, the team branded itself as an organization called Crusadia, under the jurisdiction of the Confederation of Nations. Once they had analyzed the key further, they began to draft a plan that would help fight the imminent threats of their planet. It involved warriors of mechanical nature, and they called it Project Mechanite. Work was to proceed without a moment's delay. Meanwhile, Lee drew up a hypothesis and sought to validate in secret. She wanted to get to the root of the appearance of great darkness of the world heroes legend spoke of. Recorded in the legend, there were multiple tales of the key being used to drive back to the Great Darkness by harnessing the powers of creation and destruction. It was a simple enough story. The Great Darkness would appear, and the world hero would fight it back with the key. However, could reverse also not be true, that using the key was the very thing that drew the Great Darkness out. There were those who were trusted with the divine mission, and conspirators who sought to revive the powers of destruction. The world hero legend was ultimately a story of their power struggle over the key. Whoever was the key will control the fate of the world, or so went these hypotheses anyway. And the more time she spent trying to validate, the darker her ambitions grew. The divine powers of being mine. I love it. I actually love this story. And then once we get to all of this, we'll be fine. A few years have now passed since Project Mekk-Knight began. Finally, Mekk-Knight of the Morning Star is complete. Had been fitted with the core empowered by the key and possessed to fight the most deadly of wars. However, an incident occurred during the test run, none other than Leah. With the key, she had reversed all the celestial powers occurring through the mechanics body, and diverted them to the planet's core faster than anyone can make a move. Leah had planned all this out before taking her place as a test pilot. The power that had flowed the planet's core split the lands, and once again destruction from within overflowed to the surface, scorching every bit of Earth that it touched. The entire world was getting split apart in unprecedented disaster, and the revival of the Great Darkness grew even nearer. I don't think anyone can stream. However, its resurrection was not without its obstacles. The Crusade had created an assault and assisted 9 units. 7 Mekk-Knights were total. The remaining Mekk-Knights faced off against the Mekk-Knight of the Morning Star and destroyed it, sealing away the Great Darkness back within the Earth once more. But the Great Darkness was at the end of the day divine force, one that mortals failed to seal away completely. Inspired by the key, the team decided to put their powers in physical vessels of their own, and left them on the surface as legacies. Now that the lands were ruined, it was getting harder and harder to live in such conditions, seeing that life on this planet would gradually snuff out, including humanity. The reason why the Master of the Key, the world hero, didn't appear at time needed is because we humans drained the planets of its powers. Though thought the Crusadia, they began to immobilize the planet into humanity's so-called glory, as it was the largest obstacle to the revival of the barren land and the planet's chances of surviving. They left the 7 Mekk-Knights they had built in their ruined world after they were programmed with the instructions to help rekindle the planet. The Mekk-Knights were also installed with the data of the Crusadia members they established the brain link with. The lands could be healed once more, and the planet could take back the power it once had. Perhaps they can avoid many a disaster. Crusadia left all their hopes to a faraway future they may not even reach. However, there was one thing they failed to realize. The master behind this incident was Lee. She had already been taken by the burning lands that she was found. She was already dead. But only in flesh. Her soul had been released from its physical vessel, and she had transferred into world legacy, the world child, her will and knowledge. The tremendous power that dwelled within the planet was the very thing that Lee was after. Thought Orem. Suddenly he was struck by a sense of terror. He could feel a great force of malice that threatened the planet from where he could not tell. Perhaps someone somewhere was beckoning to the darkness, trying to bring it forth. He had to stop them before another terrible disaster happened. And in that moment, in Orion's mind, the figure Nigarasu appeared. Fear, a shadowed friend, tormented with sadness and loss of Ivy, seeing darkness and despair through the world. Although slight, he felt Naga's presence of the malice. It couldn't be. Orion regained his uneasy heart and he would need help. He would need help to stop this malice. He asked the elders of each tribe to lend him their strength. They answered his pleas with a great number of warriors, and the tribe united in a formidable alliance. They named themselves after the warriors of old that the writing spoke of, and thus the second coming of Crusadia was born. The Crusadia were taken to a hidden spot by the tribe of the sacred trees and activated world legacy, world crown. Orion and his companions had now obtained power that could help them combat the malice that threatened their world. The Crusadia began their advance forward, the giant tower at the center of all the malice. The orchestrated babble, towering in the sky in metallic magnificence surrounding it. Orchestrated mechanical weapons waiting on standby in silent formations. At the tower's base was Nigarasu, and activating the world legacy, world wand, that was the only thing on his mind. Now that Orion could see his shadowed friend, the swordsman, could only think about how much sadder he looked. Orion prayed overthink the situation, but he knew that their reality was not kind enough. Nigarasu was here because he wanted the power of darkness. He was at the center of the malice Orion had felt. The truth was that awaited him at the end of his long search. But no matter how much time had passed, or how things have changed, the one thing that remained the same was that Nigarasu was still his friend. Orion thought about what he could do now that he was here. He had to stop Nigarasu from starting a disaster that could mean the end of their world. The only one who could stop this villainy is me. Orion thought, gathering all his courage. He signaled for his companions to mobilize, and now, a new battle was about to begin. God, this story is good! I'm gonna do scenario. Probably Nigarasu right here. Spot. Where is it, buddy? Nagaru saw what happened. A bolt of guilt pierced through his grief. Even in his desperation, he never imagined this would happen. His eyes could hardly believe what they were seeing. How did this all happen so fast? He prayed that he was dreaming, and that he was going to wake soon. All he wanted to see was his dear sister again. As the scene of another nightmare unfurled around him, he became embroiled in a storm of emotions. I need to save IB. Even as his mind was numb with stupor, Nigarasu's mind began to move without command. In what looked like an impulsive choice, he struck his childhood friend unconscious, taking both the other man's sword and IB. What good was this world if IB were not in it? He would do anything, be it good or evil, even if it meant that he could see her smile again. That single thought of getting his sister back was all Nigarasu needed to force his weary limbs forward. He had the Meknite cores from the six nightmares when the six nightmares were defeated. And now he had the power. Now he had the sword he took from Arum. Using the facilities that were still present in the Meknite headquarters, he analyzed the artifacts of feverish desperation. The world possessed a mystical power similar to that of world legacy, and if anything had a clue regarding specifics, it would be Meknites. They might not even have a way to bring IB back. Although he was unable to glean a way to resurrect him, he learned a great deal about a number of facilities from ancient civilization. Nigarasu left the Meknite headquarters and set off to each one of them with the lifeless body of his sister in tow. Many of the facilities he visited had already ceased to work, and the ones that barely did proved little to no useful information. However, Nigarasu never gave up. There must be a way to save IB somehow. With that unwavering belief in his heart, he resumed his grueling journey, and finally, at long last, he discovered an ancient facility that was still in working condition. I love this. I kind of like the story. Of the countless weary roads walked, Nigarasu had gone through more information than any average man would in his life. He had thoroughly inspected the Meknite cores of several ancient facilities. With what he had gathered, including the files on the key and technologies thought to be long lost, he had finally unlocked the secrets hidden within the planet. And the truths of the world that had been shrouded in mystery. Nigarasu trembled with joy. He could revive his sister now. With his embroidered uncertainty, Nigarasu was set about creating a vessel that could house Ivy's soul using the ancient technology. But this task was meant to be the most difficult yet. Trial after trial resulted in countless failures and their byproducts. As the days ticked by, he had amassed enough vessels to create his own army. But at last, efforts paid off. He finally created a mechanical doll that would work. By synchronizing the doll with the body of his dead sister, he also succeeded in reinitializing the functions of the twin swords vital to his plan. So much time had been poured into this ever, but at least there was something to show for it. A strange sense of elation began to bubble within Nigarasu. His sister had given her life for this world. Now it's time for him to create a new world for her. Now that Nigarasu had mechanical doll's powers, the second step of the plan to build orchestrated battle could finally begin. Let's go! Now we do some dueling. I love that story. I gotta do it in practice. Can I change decks? No, I can't. I can't change decks. I didn't want to do this deck anyway. I'm not gonna use this deck after this. Just shut the fuck up. He's pretty good though. I went in chat. I'm just having fun. That's all that matters to me. I thought people would join chat, to be fucking honest. Brand new, it's not Destiny. I'm not playing Destiny right now, so it was earlier. Alright, there. There, we're done with this. Dump this tutorial, let's use my deck. Unless it gives me gems, then we're gonna use that deck. I don't care about that then. We're gonna use my OG deck. It's been a bit since I've used this. Hey. I don't want to go first. I'm gonna throw that down. I can't do a lot. Ugh, I got a bad hand. I guess Yu-Gi-Oh's punished me for saying, man, I see your back. I'm gonna fuck you hard now. I get him off. Mainly summoner monk. Mainly him. I got too many fucking spells in my hand. I need summoner monk. Yeah, activate that. I'm gonna draw a card. Fuck! I love you, RNG. I do. You gave me what I needed. That works. Summon. Fuck you doing? Yeah, that's getting fucked over. I'm about to say that right now. As they get fucked over hard. Kurgan number 99. Thank you. Let's rank you up. Yeah, his animation now. Oh, banishing does work. Yeah, banishing does fuck my monster. Well, if I get a monster next turn, I can activate that. I can activate that right now. Come on, make your turn, bot. Take some damage, but it don't matter to me. It has 300 defense and 200 on to cancel it out. I was gonna read it, but anymore. Keep link summoning. That's why I hate link summoning. Oh, I hate link summoning, I really do. You did all that just to get him back out. All that just to get that out. So fucking stupid. Get him out and fucking rank him up. I'll have Silent Hunter Dark out again. Take that. I'm gonna go for this one. I'm gonna go for Utopic Dragon. Yeah, use that also. Go. You a shit for that, by the way. Piece of shit. I should have went Tornado Dragon and targeted these two cards. Do that. So what are you like summoning into now? That fucker, okay. You're gonna do this little shit, I already know. You're gonna link summon, go back to Orchestron. I know all that. You a bitch. What the fuck are these cards? If I lose, I'm going to Credit Plants. They're all fucking dart. You're fucked if I go to Credit Plant. I fucking lost. I fucking lost. Alright, this deck's not for it. Yeah, I've been live for quite a bit. Oh, I'm switching decks. Fuck that person. Fuck that bot. fuck that boss. I'm going my favorite archetype. Yeah, you're late. Yeah, I ain't playing fair anymore. I also have a pendulum scale in my hand already. That's great. But I got shit cards. Alright, what am I throwing to the graveyard? Why did I throw this in here? I know I have the graveyard effect somewhere. It's not that bad. That's why I have this card. Setting this pendulum scale up. So I can do story time right now. I am not pendulum summoning right now. Actually, I can do something. I can do something. Oh. Fuck, I forgot to read it. Goodbye. Oh my god. I did it fucking oopsie. No, I'm gonna restart. No. I'm gonna restart. I did something stupid there. I should have read it. It's been so long since I fucked with credit plants. I can do a school story. I don't know. Why? I'll do this though. Oh, that shit in the graveyard. Activate this. You look shit. I'm gonna say that right now. Let's go! Yeah, I'm taking that shit. Let's bring the baby out. Oh, I'm glad I chose this. I'm glad I chose Dark Monsters. Have this in my hand. Throw this on the ground. Throw this on the ground. Battle. That better not be like negative. Okay. Finally got some damage in. Alright, story time. We'll do a story from when I was little. I could do the sleepwalking story. They're gonna link something. I'm not putting anything on it right now. Yeah, they're gonna link something again. Fuck that. When I was little, I woke up from sleepwalking. I walked to my mom's room. I kept hitting her door from the bathroom. Then, I walked into the kitchen and pissed in the oven. I didn't know about it until they told me. I'm like, huh. Okay. The link monster, I don't know if it will. Add that to the graveyard. You're giving me the win, by the way. You really are. I think I can get something big out. Yes, I can. Go for this, baby. No, I don't want this in the graveyard. I want this. I love this deck for this reason. You fuck with the other person's side. This. I want to activate this effect. Yeah, I'm going to activate that also. Like a card to destroy. That. It's face down. I don't like it. I'm glad I destroyed it. Super volley. The dark monster. I can super volley that guy without grabbing my other monster. That's one fusion monster. Big green skin him out again. Oh, I feel great. I feel great. Continue attack. I'm not continuing attacking. I gotta destroy that trap card. You can talk and chat with me. This is really not that bad. Yeah, man, take that. Effects. Select one monster. Activate effects. Alright, I'm gonna let you attack first. I want greedy. Dude, I want to say greedy. Attack. How long has this duel been going on? This shit's been going on for a bit. Uh-oh. I'm linked to that monster. You a bitch, man. You had to do that. What did he do to you? Paying my points, I don't care. I have a different plan. The music's good, that's why I don't turn it off. I need to take this link space away from him. I might fucking lose, to be honest. This is 4-star difficulty. This is difficult. Yeah, I want to do that real quick. I want to get like... That's some of that one. put a predator counter on it. Oh, never mind. I'm running that fucking lump. I am running out. Fuck me. Oh, I fucked up. Yeah, I lost. Oh, that's so fucking difficult. But Predaplants is the correct choice for this duel. It really is. Oh. I have shit in my hand. This game is enjoyable to watch. I can say that. It's even better if you know how to play it. Much better. I want you. Set you down. I can get something out of you. I fucked up. I don't have a plant monster. Fuck! This is actually difficult. It's fun, though. That is nice. That's nice. Do that. Can't summon anything except for fusion. Such cards to add to my hand. Or using this card on the field, the monster of your hand or field predator counter, you can once per turn. Getting greedy out. Fucked myself there. I keep forgetting you can't target it face down. It's been that long I've touched Yu-Gi-Oh! do this. Activate its effect. I'm gonna link summon this. I need to grab a poly. I've changed my mind on destroying it. That's 3 dark monsters. I don't want to use my current monster. So we'll go with normal one. That's not a plant monster either, though. Oh. I'll do this one then. Because it destroys the card. I'll put it right there away from itself. That's no monster, so I can attack. Essentially pretty helpful right now. So I can do this. Activates effect, takes some more damage, get a super volley, do this, throw you to attack first. See if anything comes out. Because I would want to throw this guy out first. Yeah, go Cyber Dragon, yell at him! I think I won, finally. Let's throw you out first. Let's get that. I finally fucking won! Oh, that was difficult. I ain't using a loner. Fuck that. Let's just hit the goal. And read the story. Oh. The Crusadia headed toward where Nigarasu was. But however before they could reach him, they had to get past the countless orchest weaponry. The Orcists were merciless as they were numerous, and the Crusadia suffered greatly as they tried to fight their way through. In the heat of the battle, Orion began to feel that in orchestrated battle, there dwelled a power similar to that of his key. The mechanical bezel used whatever little of the key's powers they had inherited and activated orchestrated battle. Sweetie Foxes? No. From the depths of the tower, a great light was released, and the tower itself seemed to almost fall away with it as the beam stretched into the sky above. No, the activation must be stopped, Orem thought as he dashed toward the machinery. However, before he could move any further, Nigarasu appeared before him. It was the first time they had seen each other since that tragedy long ago. Their eyes met within the chaos of the battle. Orem opened his mouth to speak. Why? He asked. Would you want anything to do with the greater darkness? Why put our planet under a threat like this? Why did you create the spiraling tower and this army of mechanical weapons? Nigarasu only had one simple answer for IV. It was the only reason he needed. For his sister, he was willing to activate Babel to strike the World Legacy World 1 down from the skies and break the Earth's surface, so he could awaken the slumbering World Legacy World. Art uses influence over life and death to revive Ivy's soul. Then after the great darkness had been freed from the Earth, he was going to use his power to resurrect Ivy as a celestial being. Now that he had heard the truth of Nigarasu, Orem raised his sword and knew that he had to stop this at all costs. Nigarasu didn't budge, and instead swung his lance in return. No one was going to stand in his way, not even Orem. The swords knew that Nigarasu loved Ivy more than anyone in the world, but that did not make it right for them to put their entire planet in danger like this. Orem knew that Ivy would not want this, even meant that she would live once more. However, for Nigarasu, there was nothing he wanted more than to see his sister open her eyes again. And if it meant that he had to turn against the entire world, then so be it. Both men had already made their minds up on what they wanted to achieve. Neither wanted to budge, and so they clashed, but eager to gain a decisive advantage. The orchestrated Babel activated, and at last the world wanted been toppled. When it fell to the earth, it gored the land below, and resulting in shockwaves reverberated across the entire planet. Oh, finally. I'm done with the gate. Except I do all the other stuff. No, I'm not going to the store. I gotta do all this stuff. But later. That fucking drained me. What's the thing this week? Synchro XC's festival coming soon. Shall. Hey, fucking Dragon Maid's one. Ugh. Bundle deal. Oh, my ass hurts sitting in that chair. It's starting to sweat with a butt stain there. Oh, let's go into a fucking casual match. I have this completed? Can you actually use decks that are not completed? You can! Oh. Oh god. I gotta finish that then. That I gotta figure out how to use. Let's go red eyes. It's been a bit since I've used it. Ah. Oh, you can't use them. That sucks. I wish in free matches you get to use incompleted decks. Let's run this then. Let's fuck with some people. I'll run a few matches and I'm gonna go make some fucking dinner. Alright, you go first. I'm not going first. She had a good hand. See, what the fuck is he running? Swords are revealing light. Really? I could be on the field for long anyway. Divine deck. Throw that down. Throw that down. Internet connection. Okay. It's probably overseas then. Alright, there. I can't do shit for 3 turns. It's because that sword's revealing light. You only have one in the deck at least. All that matters to me is he has one. That's all I'm activating right now. I'm on 3 more. That's pretty nice to have in my hand right now. But he's running Divine. There's nothing in there. Only 2 cards. There's trapped spells. If I get another card, I can use my effect and grab whatever special summon monster is getting out. I thought he was going to tribute summon. Never mind then. I'm gonna take that card. Even if I can't rank up XPs right now, I can always grab it from the graveyard or just get another one. I'm ready. Come on, dude. Come on, attack. Get your God card out. That's how you get. I can't actually get affected, actually. What the fuck is this? Oh, I was about to say infinite hands. I know what God card it is. Not Slifer. It's probably Obelisk. You just surrendered. Oh, I love that. That just surrender. He's like, well, I have fucked. But I think I'm gonna end it here. But I've been live for an hour. I'm kind of tired right now. I also gotta go cook dinner. If you want to watch the stream, go ahead. You can see all that story from all of it. From me doing that whole solo thing. You can watch that there. This will be it.